am both shield and sword.
Hey.
What'd you say?
I'm just saying try to use your
I don't hear any sound.
No, unfortunately not. Because, let me see. Let's try this. Okay, you hear sound now, right?
But are we going C or A? Because I suggested an A.
Do you hear sound now?
Alright, let's go C.
Okay, but do you see me drawing?
No.
Exactly. That's the trade-off, unfortunately. So yeah, the video will have sound, but you as a student right now do not have sound.
Okay, I would rather you color over it.
Yeah. So if there's anything sound related, I'll let you know, and I'll talk about the sound I hear if it's important.
Are we all gonna go long, or are you guys gonna go for your garage?
Goodbye.
I think we can just all rush long.
Alright, man.
I'll toss Molly all the way in the back.
Mine is just push in because they use utility.
At this point, like, I'd be a little nervous about pushing in here just because of how long we've been stalled out for, but maybe it'll still work out. Yeah, see, I mean, you guys are just walking into a stacked bomb site. We took way too long to push this because if you see, let's just go back a little bit.
Yeah, I'll toss Molly all the way in the back.
Okay, so we made contact at 1:36, okay? You there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm here.
And now we're finally getting to site at 1:17. So it's been 20 seconds, right?
Yeah.
20 seconds of full rotations. So we definitely want to always think about when we make first contact and how long it takes for us to push in. And if you find yourself taking too long, just go ahead and take somewhere else. Get some map control back and try to attack something else. Maybe pick off a flanker. But it's no surprise to me here that this happened. This is super risky too. We only want to be walling off things after we've taken site control. Are you playing Sage now? You're Sage main?
Yeah, I'm a Sage main, but
okay.
I try to flex and play other characters.
Okay.
Agents.
Okay, so in these situations where we want to wall off a specific part like CT or garage, we definitely only want to be doing this when we clear site. Where we kill the site people or like the garage person, or if we know that it's safe to do so. This is a gamble. And it's not a worth it gamble, right? Because they could be right behind this box. We just don't know inside the smoke. We just have no info at all.
Yeah, I thought it was safe because it smoked out.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, smokes aren't walls, so we definitely won't just gun out this whole time, right? And after we clear everyone on site, this is where we safely wall something, like here or here, right? Only time.
Last player standing.
Wow.
Flawless.
This happened because of how slowly you guys pushed.
I think we should have just...
Let me see. You said something
Let's
here.
go already.
I think we should have just rotated out.
Yep, you even said it on the mic. I think we should just rotate it out. You're right. 100%. Right? Sorry.
Silva, make sure you can buy next round.
For some reasons, when I buy wall and what's it called? Wall and light shields first round, second round, I full save and then third round, like if I lose first round, I can't full buy third round for some reason. With Sage. 'Cause I don't know if
Yeah. It's
it's
just her stuff is just so expensive. But
okay.
yeah, I mean it'll
Enemy
happen.
spotted.
You don't want to be saving first round, right, to counteract that, right? You just have to, I don't know, get a kill or maybe get the bomb down, or this is just like the worst case scenario where you use the wall, you didn't get a kill, and you died both rounds without getting a kill, and you didn't get the bomb down either, right? It's just like the perfect storm.
Marshalling long. Jack.
Okay, so we made contact here at A, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the minimap and assess the situation.
I'm by myself.
And?
I spike.
Correct. So, when we're by ourselves with Sage, that's bad in itself. When we're by ourselves with the bomb, that's bad in itself. So now we have two bad things because of this right here. Because can we heal any of our teammates right now?
No.
No, because we're just not playing with them. So, and we might be dropping the bomb right here because some guy's close with the Spectre. So yeah, I would definitely run back to my team or attack A with my team.
You guys wanna maybe rotate out?
Yeah, rotate out. Give me. Oh, nice. Heal your Phoenix.
I was debating because I don't know if he was gonna use his molly on him.
Yeah, I mean it's okay.
Because that's like a lot
go
of people say like don't heal Phoenix because of his own healing.
Yeah,
Same
that's
with
true.
Reyna.
I mean it depends really. Like, I don't think it's necessarily that bad of a play because now he can use his molly for something offensive, or he can heal himself again later on down the line. And this whole time, oh, this is super risky, but I like it. I like that you're gathering these ult orbs. Is very good.
Oh, I didn't.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that Sage. Oh, I didn't see that.
It's definitely a weird spot. But honestly, you
is
guys should be able to get to me here. Maybe. Nice.
Got spike.
Yeah, this is huge.
Last player
Oh my
standing.
god.
30 seconds left.
This is still winnable though.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
He's got a couple more shots.
I got your backs. Just, you know, from the front.
Okay, so in this situation, when it's the gun round, and we say, oh, I can't buy full utility, you definitely want this.
Even
One of
though I
these.
can't get full utility.
Yes. It's just outweighs completely any of these, right? So we definitely want to be doing this. Because this is the round everyone's gonna
Yeah,
have
that's
assault
why.
rifles, right?
Mhm.
You don't want to be coming to the table short-handed if you can help it. So,
Let's push B.
We can just
and
wait.
it's okay if you're missing like a wall or missing 2 slow orbs. I'd probably just buy the wall over the 2
Yes,
slow orbs.
okay.
But I mean, assault rifle is just way too good.
Enemy. Enemy spotted.
Sit down.
Barrier created. Healing.
Just coming around.
Healing. Barrier created.
Just coming around.
What's up?
Planted.
So come around, see, come around.
Garage.
Last player.
Garage.
Last player standing. standing.
Yeah, I mean, you just got 2v1 here. It's a difficult situation. I honestly think you played this fine.
Careful, they might pick up or
Can't see it.
Yeah, you can't.
One enemy remaining.
You have to look at the bomb, man. What is he doing?
I don't know.
What the?
You can't see it. 52 seconds.
Oh my god, rough, rough, rough. But yeah, maybe if you had an assault rifle, right?
Could have killed
That's coming
both
around,
of
just
those.
Maybe, you never know, right? Let me see.
So come around, C, come around.
I think it was just aim. Like,
Garage.
Last player standing.
Yeah, it was probably just a crosshair just being a little bit
52
low,
save.
right? Because we're only like shooting the chest majority of the time. The last bullet was probably the headshot here. But yeah, crosshair just a little bit higher, a little bit higher.
I learned a lot from your video
That's good.
about pre-aiming.
Yeah. That's good, that's good. I'm glad to hear it.
Wait.
Sage mid.
Yikes.
Oops.
Let's go A.
and she won't be.
Yeah, let's go A then.
I think
Okay,
C
so
is,
yeah, we definitely want to be. We see our crosshair kind of. You kind of autopilot a lot with your crosshair. It seems like. It just kind of like drags down when you're like thinking or like looking elsewhere, just like thinking about other stuff. Oh my god.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, yeah, good.
Nice.
Get down.
Is our chance.
Let's try to go A.
Yeah, sure.
Come on, let's go!
I'm pushing in with Phoenix.
Yep, so this is good. Good. Very good. You see how you're not walking into a stacked bomb site?
Yeah,
Be-
we're
be-
rushing it.
Yeah, because of how fast you guys have taken the site. Uh-oh.
I screwed up my slow orb.
Light planted. Barrier created. Imposter
Nice.
killed.
Cycle, cycle.
Last player standing.
They know exactly where you
One
are.
enemy remaining.
Nice. Nice.
No charge.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, I even said it probably like
Smoke off mid.
in the thing that they
I'll
know I should have
flash and
moved.
try to get a pick.
I mean, in that situation, like moving probably would have gotten you killed. It's super bad situation, but you still have somewhat of an advantage because that guy has to jump out of window to kill you, right? And that's a disadvantage in itself. You like honestly moving there would probably got you killed, so it just sucks, right? Because like they know exactly where you are, so you feel trapped. But the best thing you can do is just, wait for them. Because you don't know where they're coming from.
There's a raise at C.
Okay, good slow orb
Raze
there.
always pushes out C. You can try to pick her. Right here.
She's probably gonna be holding an angle at C.
We can push through garage.
Okay, yeah, you definitely don't want to be first. Because you want to be rezzing this out. Oh, no one checked! Res. Don't waste time, just res. Perfect.
Your duty is not over.
Heal yourself. We love it. Great stuff.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
very good round. Yeah.
I'm becoming C long.
You will not kill my allies.
Some mid.
They're mid, they're mid.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
You
Yeah,
got
that was a very good round. I
Nice
love
kill.
it. Yeah, just break it immediately.
Headshot.
I try to break like all three like at the same time, so
Yeah.
like, even out kind of.
Smart. Yeah, just whatever. Just break it all, Screw it. I love it. Look, we res last round, right?
Yeah.
Look at this. We almost have it again.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. Oh. Okay, so we good idea. We have to get rid of it quick, right? Because we don't have our gun out, right?
Yeah.
Danger. Danger. Right? So we have to get rid of it. If we do want to ice that, you know, immediately just make that decision, pop it out, and then throw it. And if you do want to wait to throw it, don't wait with your ice orb out, right?
Okay.
If you're pulling out your ice orb, you're gonna be throwing that thing immediately.
Okay.
Enemy spotted.
I didn't even realize that Omen teleported all the way to A.
Cypher, that's
He's
144.
trolling.
He should be coming CT.
Okay, at this point, actually planting is a mistake.
Why is that?
Because if you die, they defuse for free. Right? So it's a 2v1 right now for you until Omen gets closer, correct?
Yeah.
But while you're planting, it's a 2v0. Right?
Mhm.
Because you can't even shoot anyone, right? So you're committing, and you still have 50 seconds to play with. You could even do this if you want, right? The safer play. But we definitely don't want to be planting in these situations where if they do kill you, they can just immediately defuse. And we're just hoping they don't rush us like here.
Wall
Try to wait
raised.
for heal from CT.
See him. See him.
He's really low.
I know exactly where you are.
If you didn't get a heal yet, you could just spray him. They came through garage.
One enemy remaining.
They came through garage.
One enemy remaining.
So we don't need to be peeking this at all, right?
Yeah.
We didn't even hear a tap on the bomb, so we have no reason to leave. None at all. And we don't want to risk it, because if we die right here in a gunfight, then the round's pretty much over, right? But if we wait and stay alive, then this flank happens, and now it's a 2v2. And all we have to do is play the bomb here, and we can win. It does suck that it's kind of like tucked in here, but you can still make it in time before they defuse it. So we definitely just don't want to be peeking when we're playing the bomb like
They came
this.
through garage.
We only want to peek if we necessarily have to, right? Because you almost just died right here for no reason.
One
And
enemy
this could have
remaining.
costed the round. So now we're peeking in. They haven't even touched the bomb once.
Nice.
Enemies.
Good stuff.
She walled long.
Okay, if there's one thing, this is very Haven specific thing, and I tell everyone this. If I were to never do something on a site, is to rush short A. Unless it's like some eco round that I'm just rushing with like frenzies or shorties. Because the second... Okay, so do you see in the minimap this white circle?
Yeah.
This is where they can hear you, right?
Yeah.
So, look. They can hear you from all the way here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, they can get such a quick rotate off because they can how early they can hear you. Walking short A is very strong. Yeah, contacting short A is a play I do a lot, and it's very strong. But rushing short A, it just gives them way too much info way too early. This is just, you know, a little specific tip here.
She walled long. She walled.
Okay, so how do we like our positioning?
Crosshair. Or
Well, not even crosshair. Like player wise.
in the corner.
We, as Sage, should never be first. Never, ever, ever be first. Because, especially because we are only 1 point away from our ult orb, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can get that here. Or we can get that by maybe killing someone, or I don't know, you know, just staying alive, and we have the bomb too. So we definitely just want our teammates to be doing this, and then we go in behind them. Because we don't want to die first, we're not an entry fragger, we're Sage, we're last alive almost, right? That's what we want. Okay, so now we're slowed,
Yeah.
we've made so much
we can,
noise,
rotate up.
have to rotate out, you make the call,
Let's rotate out,
perfect.
rotate out.
Yes, rotate out,
They're not gonna
so
push
good.
down, it's walled.
Yeah, very good stuff.
I'm gonna flash and peek mid.
Wall raised.
Enemy spotted.
Enemy spotted.
Oh my god, you guys just get clapped.
Enemy spotted.
Yeah, we're all looking at the same area, you know?
Say split one.
Actually, honestly, the real problem with your team... Well, actually, with that is that we didn't utilize smokes. What happened?
So it's just our omen.
So, yeah, I mean, okay, because look, how... Like, this B take needs to be... Well, we have two people garage for whatever reason, right? B take needs to look like Omen smoke here, you wall off, you ice orb through your wall if he breaks it, planting right here. You know, like, this is just like, this looks like an eco take, right? Because we're just executing without smokes. And it's not necessarily your fault, but this is why it kind of went so poorly and they can just walk through for free.
Enemy spotted.
Yeah, you guys just kind of got swarmed in because we didn't have enough site control before we started planting and stuff like that. We definitely want to be smoking off those those choke points, and then throwing lots of utility at them so they can't just walk in for free. That's why it went so poorly. Like, see how we molly that side, we slow that side, right? Even here, like, this is a much better take, and we still don't even have smokes, right?
Two coming from C.
Light hunt. Barrier created.
Right, but look, this just looks so much better.
Watch garage.
Now we smoke.
Your duty
Good
is
res,
not
but they're gonna
over.
spam through the smoke.
Thank you.
Healing.
Woo! This is just unlucky. But is it unlucky?
Thank you.
Healing.
Trade off. Pretty sure. At 26 bullets.
Right. So this is like a super high action area, right? So like in the heat of the battle, I am not pressing my R button, especially when I have 26 bullets. Maybe I'll press reload here if I have like 7 bullets, right? But
No, it's a habit. It's like a
I know.
time reload.
I know. But yeah, you die because of it, and yeah, that's just not even unlucky, right? Because better players wouldn't reload there.
Omen King smokes out.
Okay, so let's stop walking into this off. Yeah, okay, let's just walk away from it. So you think this flash is pretty troll, right?
Yeah.
But this actually forced you to have better positioning. Because now this looks okay, because you have the bomb and your sage, right? You shouldn't be first one in. You see how immediately when you pulled out your slow orb, you threw it like this? Through. That's what we want to do every time, because we don't want to be caught out with our orb out, right?
Barrier created. Flag planted.
Woo!
Player standing.
Oh yeah.
Just a little unlucky. Honestly,
Maybe
nothing
let's
you could
push
have done
slowly
differently there.
and let's waste our utilities or have them waste their utilities. Maybe.
I mean, you could make the argument that you should be going down long faster because you planted for long. But, I mean, it's 5v2 or 5v3. They're just going to smoke you out or, like, wall you off, and that's going to be it of that. But, tough situation. At least you guys got the bomb down. Oh, we do not want to be peeking this. Do not. Oh, we're screwed. Not bad, not bad. So now, how do we get safe?
Wall.
We have to. It's shitty, but we have to do it. Because if we cross, we're going to die to the op. Or, I mean, we're gambling, right? That he misses his shot.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't want to gamble. We just want to wall, take the orb, and leave. Okay. Nice. That was an option, too. I mean, a scarier option. But it was definitely an option. So when we do this, we want to be knife out, and we don't want to be exposing our whole entire body. Yeah, because this was like the widest shoulder peak I've ever seen in my entire life. So you should have died there. And if we do want to bait out op shots like that, knife out, and then just jiggle your shoulder. Okay? Like, you shouldn't even have to see them to be able to properly jiggle peek. So this is good. Yeah, I would heal myself here. The 20 health is definitely worth healing yourself. It's a free ability that recharges.
Garage with a shotgun.
I like this rotation. Yeah. This is good.
Wall
Good. We're looking pretty good, honestly.
raised. Flag planted.
Last player standing.
I don't think he made it through there.
I heard it though.
I know. But there's no way. There's no room. She tried. Yeah, it's just like an impossible situation. But after you make this noise of walking through the smoke screen, there's no point in walking anymore, right?
There's
Maybe
a
like
sound?
what?
There's a sound that makes like when you go through
Yeah.
smoke. Really?
Well, the Cypher smoke screen,
Oh yeah.
that slapping noise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So after we make that noise, right, we just want to like run out. But it's just an impossible
Round.
situation.
Either way.
3v1. You're
You
smoked
guys wanna
out.
play? Nah. Jet. That's got hops.
Based in heaven.
Honestly, I think our econ's great. I think okay. So you see how we're like shoulder peeking with our whole body?
Based in heaven.
We're completely like disregarding the shoulder peak mentality, right? Because it's called shoulder peeking for a reason, right? So like your head should be like right here, and your shoulders like this, right?
So just up against the wall.
No, not necessarily up against the wall. I'm just trying to show like what you're showing of your body. Right?
Okay.
So you jiggle out, so you only expose this, your shoulder and your arm, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go back in. And if nothing happens, if no one shoots, then like, okay, it's probably clear. Yeah, you don't want to be up close to the angle, but we're definitely way too wide with our like here's a mine freaking blast. Even this is too wide of a shoulder peek.
Really?
Yeah. Cuz you don't have to if you see the angle that you're shoulder peeking, then it's too wide. Let me explode your mind real quick, right? But because you only want to show your shoulder, not your head, right?
Yeah.
But you're showing like your entire body if you look. If you can see the angle you're shoulder peeking, that means you're doing it wrong. It's hard to do, but this is the top form of shoulder peeking and what it is.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
The hunt begins.
Jet third, not backside.
We need to go. We need to go. Right. So he kills your teammate right there with the op. This whole time, while he is reloading his op, I am running to take this ground right here to get as close to this opper as possible. Right? Because every time someone with an op shoots, you have a grace period, right? Because they have to cock the next bullet. So during that, we want to gain as much ground and get as close to the opper as possible.
Jet third, not
So here, now we're walking backwards and we're making this such a slower take for no reason when the only threat is a reloading jet behind sight with an op. But imagine if all three of you guys pushed her, right? Then she is at best getting one more kill, right? But now we're just like stuck here congested. And imagine if you actually ran up and you were hugging her and she had the op, right? If she misses her like quick scope, and it's a free kill on her.
There you are.
This guy is still alive on C because we're scared of getting close, but the only way we beat an opper is to get close, right?
That's
Switching.
They're here. They're gonna try to push garage and mid.
coming.
No, I think it's only Jets here.
There was 3.
No, Jets pushing.
No, it's like definitely A.
Go back.
This
There's 3, yeah.
this Phoenix is trolling.
Nope, Jets still not.
Short, they're all short.
Oof. Good catch. This is definitely a heal. Right, you're probably
Spike
flanked.
planted.
Yeah. Crosshair needs to be up.
Last player standing.
Who
I didn't have
knows?
to do that, right?
You didn't necessarily have to. I would have, because if you don't peek this, then you're always going to be scared of it. So because if you peek this, then you'll be like, okay, no one's pushing me, so now I can peek window again. But if we healed ourselves, maybe we actually win this fight. Look how close it was.
12.
Right?
Yeah.
So maybe if we survived an extra bullet, we would have actually killed him.
Player stand.
So we want to, don't be scared to just heal 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
It might not seem worth, but it definitely is.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, it's an eco round. You just do the best you
Spike
can.
planted.
Not a big deal. This is just how they work out.
He will be outside garage.
Barrier created.
You're mid.
Okay. We want a gun out for sure. We want an ice orb? Oh, that's way too far. Because we definitely just want to be making sure our ice orb hits so they can't, you know, walk in. Right, so we definitely want to be ice orbing as close as we can to the entrance. Pretty good positioning though.
For you. Enemy down.
Crosshair. Crosshair, right?
Yeah.
Like where we're aiming, like their stomach, right?
Yeah.
So we definitely want to be paying attention to where a crosshair is looking, especially when we have like a certain amount of time to get ready, like when we're right like here.
I don't know how, like, the thing is, like, I don't know how high or how low I should put it of, like, head level wise.
Okay, well, I can just generally say that if you increased your height of all of your crosshair placements, then it's going to be good for you. So if you find yourself just like aiming somewhere and be like, I don't know if this needs to be higher or not, just put it higher, okay? Because all of the angles you're taking, all of the angles you're holding, everything you're doing is just too low. So if you just generally higher than what you think, then you're gonna actually be normal. If that makes sense. So just everywhere you do it, be like, I don't know if I need to go higher. Just do it. Just do it, okay? And then if it's too high, then be like, oh, okay, well that was too high. And then you're like actively calibrating, right? So here, this is actually like head level. But then you correct yourself and go down to chest.
Remaining. One enemy remaining.
That was a good round by you, honestly, getting 3 kills there. It was a good job. And you just got traded, and that was because they had the numbers advantage on you right there. Not a big deal. What can we buy here? Yeah, we definitely need a drop. This looks good. Okay, if you ever do find yourself opping, don't necessarily want to be like moving too much, because you don't want to be in a situation that in the middle of your movement they peek. But I know you're not primarily an opper, so
yeah.
Not too much.
Spike planted.
This is a save. This is a run and save. Wall, run and save. Right, it's 2v5. Our economy is horrible. And we have an op. This is... I've never seen a freer save in my entire life, right? Unless like Jet gets like 2 kills right here or something crazy, then or I get a pick and then Jet gets a pick right here. That's the only reason, only way I'd be going in ever. But we have to, in these situations where it's like, oh my god, this is gonna be so hard to retake. Take a look at your economy. Take a look at the numbers advantage. Take a look at the ults, and take a look at the bomb timer. And you should be like, okay, this is impossible. Don't be scared to save.
Headshot.
Last player standing.
And it pans out exactly how you'd
Phoenix
think it would,
duplicity,
right?
but just
Yeah.
rotate. And
So in these situations where you're playing your
lot
wall
more,
for sound
Holding door.
and you want to rotate off, I'll let you know that right
Right here, at least 2.
dead. Because imagine if someone walked up the whole time, right?
I would have been screwed.
Exactly, right? And people do this all the time. It's called contacting a bomb site. And it punishes very hard the people that play for sound. So if you do want to stop holding your angle and you want to go help somewhere else, just put up the wall. Even if you don't hear anything, just put it up and then go. Because that stops the people who walk
Here,
up.
at least 2.
rotate.
So yeah, you could have just died right there and they would have exploded onto B. Good ice orbs. We need a crosshair ready. Crosshair ready.
Watch this.
Oh my god. Good patience.
Spike planted.
We love it. Just a little bit higher.
Your fault. Your fault.
It's unlucky. Yeah, I mean, okay, if we are doing this play, that we are peeking this, you have to wait for like the best possible timing, right? We're not gonna slow peek into an ice, right?
Yeah.
Your fault.
Last player standing.
Shot down.
So I think your position was so good here, and I like the fact that you chose to be defensive and patient and just to hold this corner. You have to remember that you saw this being walled off, so like honestly, they're just realistically looking this way. So I mean, it's hard to understand that because you saw it like briefly, but definitely if we are going to peek this, we have to make sure that we're not doing it in a horrible situation. And this ice on the floor makes it a horrible situation.
Yeah, because it makes a noise, right?
Well, not if you're walking, but when you're walking on it, it's just so slow. It's so slow. Now, I don't necessarily disagree with the peak. You're going to have to do it eventually. But wait 1 or 2 more seconds, and then the slow is gone.
Yeah.
So many. Not sure how many.
Yeah, good save.
Healing.
This round's winnable. Maybe not.
Last player standing.
Yeah, it's just a save round, not a big deal, honestly.
Bobby.
So in the situation, like, this ice orb is pretty good. It's a little deep, though. Because, like I said, we want to be ice orbing the push.
Yeah.
Because what we really just ice orb was, like, back here. But, I mean, they're safe back there, right?
Yeah.
We want them to be caught into a trap. Like, think of your ice orbs almost like a molly. Almost, right? So like you use it right at the begin, like inside the entryway right here, or like when they have to like pour out into it. You want the maximum efficiency of your ice orb, so they have to walk through the entire thing, right? But at this point, they're already pushed past your ice orb. That's just a little unlucky. But see how like it's like you didn't even throw an ice orb or any ice orbs at all, right? Because
Yeah. They're just there.
they're just there already, right? So, but if you ice orb like off this wall and it bounced like right here, then they're all screwed, right? And then it allows you to get the heal off and then maybe peek into them, or maybe you can like maybe throw another ice orb off this wall and it lands like right here, you know? So we definitely want to be making sure that we get maximum efficiency from our slows.
Is here.
Yeah, we don't need a peek. This is a
Spike is
perfect
here.
spot. We do not need a peek. We can wall off something. I'd probably like wall off long.
My be faster.
That's what isn't gosh.
Get out of my way. Wall raised. Be faster.
Do we have to peek this?
No.
How come?
Because we have bomb.
Correct. And what do they have to do?
Come to me.
They have to come all the way here. They have to pick up the bomb. And they have to plant the bomb. Right?
Yeah.
Within 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
While defending from 2 people, right? So
Yeah.
let's give them the hardest time possible by letting them run in and try to plant the bomb. And then try and like get him while he's planting. Right? Because like when he's here in long, how many he's just looking straight ahead, right?
Yeah.
But if he comes up here, then he's worried about to the left of the box, to the right of the box, maybe back sight, maybe up here too. So let him walk into the trap.
One enemy remaining.
Last in garage. Nice guys.
Keep yourself together. You can't fall apart now.
I can apply this to like all maps too, right? If
Absolutely.
if I'm playing on split mid,
Mm-hmm.
and I just wall it off and then rotate. Because with split mid, I wall it immediately, no matter if like because I have someone play ropes,
Okay.
and then they either tell me to wall it off or just like wall it off and then rotate. 'Cause
Okay,
no matter
I wouldn't necessarily wall it off immediately. At least maybe give yourself like 5 or 10 seconds, because usually because you're playing mail room, right?
I'm playing heaven into mid.
Yeah. In the mail room.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean the ropes player could be shoulder peeking it, and if he sees anyone or makes contact, then that's when I would be walling. It's a little different when you're playing with someone, but when you're by yourself or something like this and you want to rotate off somewhere, just throw the wall up before you rotate. And then you'll know that if they break the wall, then they're there, right? Because you can see it on the mini map. So it's even stronger than you think.
Okay.
Because we don't want to be punished by people who use the shift button.
Mhm. I heard Sage is getting a
nerf.
Yeah.
She has to be, dude. She has to. Like,
Is she big in the higher ranks?
well, what game do you see without a Sage?
All games.
You never see Sage. I mean, you never see a game without Sage, right?
I've seen rarely, but yeah.
I mean, like rarely, right? Very rarely, but most of the time, like Sage is a must pick every single time.
Yeah.
So they want to stop that. No agent should be a must pick. Because you know how like it's like, okay, we need flashes, right? So what are our options? Breach, Phoenix, Reyna, Omen, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's not like, oh, we need flashes. Okay, you have to pick Phoenix, right?
Mhm.
But when it comes to Sage's utility, there's no replacing her. There's no options to choose from. It's just like, okay, we have to have Sage. And they want to stray away from having to have a certain
Wall race.
yeah.
Don't peek those.
She dropped me while blinded.
So yeah, if this ice orb went as you intended, right, it's slowing so deep that you can't even punish them. You can't even like get anything from it, right?
Correct.
But it messed up and it hit the wall.
I mean, it was good.
Yeah, yeah. It's not that bad, right? It's not that bad right there.
Yeah.
See, because look how good this wall is, right? Without now you have just full confidence that there's no way they can be inside B. It's still intact and they can't be through it. So and we can wall it off, and then we can go help C, right? And then we can just look at the minimap and okay, it's still intact, so it's not there.
On target.
Last player standing. Last player standing.
Okay, just died from mid.
Player
Our
standing.
crosshair was not ready for this mid guy. See? And we knew 100% sure that she was there. So we just need to make sure our crosshair is where it needs to be.
I know exactly where you are.
Okay, so you're pretty much just dead. Okay. Okay. We can't waste time by waiting for this guy to peek us. We can't waste time. We just gotta go. Yep, we just gotta go. They know exactly where you are, so we don't even need to walk anymore because saving the time is much more important than concealing ourselves. But they know exactly where we are. Nice.
I will not die here.
I couldn't hear anything.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah. But you see how you're forced to stick the bomb here?
Yeah.
Is because you had no time. And this situation is super impossible. But when we are in these clutch situations where we're retaking, screw being stealthy, okay? Because concealment is not better than time saving, okay? Because you need to give yourself time to allow yourself to do stuff like fake defuse to kill the remainder of the people. Who cares if they know where you are? They know where you are anyway, right? Because if we break it down, they trap this, right? And Jet's here. You broke the trap. Now Jet's holding this angle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he knows if you're coming here or not, okay? So then he doesn't, now Jet doesn't see you. What's your only other option?
Garage.
So they know exactly what you're doing and where you are at all times. So most of the time this is the case. So screw it. Do not walk. Go in as fast as you can. Kill as many people and get the bomb down. Because you remember you have to commit yourself to a 7-second defuse, right? So we have to give ourselves time. And this is a thing that I always see people do wrong, is when they're retaking, they are going too slowly because they're just using the shift button when they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Time over stealth when retaking, okay? Remember.
Okay.
Like you should like watch my retakes. I just run in like a freaking animal, dude.
Do you have videos or do you have clips or?
I mean, I have only 2 VODs of myself. I'm sure one of those games have me retaking, but let me maybe I can pull it up real quick. I'll stop the recording here.